Hey, so in this video I'm going to show you how to disassemble and reassemble an M1 Carbine to include the trigger group. It doesn't matter if it's a World War II M1 Carbine with all original parts or a post-war refit. They both come apart the same, so let's get into it. First things first, if you got a magazine in it, drop it, clear it. And now, whether you start taking it apart first, like removing the barrel band or the bolt, doesn't matter. The book says to start with the bolt, so we're going to do that. And now, with an upward motion, you're going to be pressing up with it. Once the operating rod gets back to this point, you can pull it out of its groove and guide here. And then the bolt will come free. So starting from the rear, you're going to be pulling upwards with it as you go forward, and it'll come free. Now flatten it out so that your firing pin will clear through this little hole. Move it out of the way. And you could use a screwdriver or something to depress this little spring in here, and you can push the barrel band out of the way. If you were looking to replace your front barrel band or your rear sight, you actually have to totally remove the front sight to get the barrel band off, and then you'll have to press off the rear sight and press on a new one. At this point, you can now take all the metal parts out of the stock and just move the stock out of the way. So now we can take the spring and guide out of the operating rod here and separate those two, because that guide is going to come in handy here in a little bit. So you'll notice that on the left side the retaining pin for the trigger housing just fell out, but you'll notice that in this area there's a little cutout, so that while you're taking and twisting in a motion like this with the operating rod, that will just come right off, and you can set it off to the side. Same with the receiver and barrel, that'll go up there. All right, now the trigger grouping, obviously the pin just kind of fell out with gravity. Some of yours might be a little bit tougher to push out. Just push it out with the guide here. Now you want to get this in fire, decock the hammer, use the guide or a center punch or something that will fit in the hammer guide for the spring here, and you just pull it back and then off to the side, and that comes right out. And from here there's just the hammer retaining pin. You just pull that out, pull out the hammer. And now if you're looking to update the safety and the magazine catch, like this one is a post-war refit, you'll notice with this little extra thing here, it's for actually catching onto the 30-round magazines. Like this, it goes under this latch here. World War II ones did not have that. Same with during the war, they didn't have a rotary style safety. It was a push button safety. So if you were to want to replace those, this is how you do it. Take your guide again, press down. There's a little plunger in here. You're going to press down on that and let your magazine release come out. Now you can pull that plunger out and this plunger, and your safety will come right out, and set them off to the side. If you wanted to replace the sear for some reason, or you broke it, or you wanted to replace it with a wartime sear, you just take your guide again, it fits perfectly through here, and press that retaining pin out of the way, pull it out, the sear comes free, and then your trigger, you just press, you turn it, press forward with it so it turns up, and then push up through the trigger housing like so. And there is a small, well, two small springs in here. One is for the sear, it's a sear spring, and your trigger spring like that. So now everything's completely taken apart except for The piston, the gas piston, and the sights, I'm not going to be taking those apart. That's something that you're almost never going to have to do. Now let's get it back together. I'm going to put in the magazine catch and safety first. So you're going to want to get the safety. It can only go right to left here. If you decide to put it in the opposite direction, it's not going to go together properly. Get the safety in first. That's a sear spring. Take this plunger, put it in, and this plunger goes in this little hole here. Now, get the magazine catch or release started, and you can use your guide again and press down on that plunger until it goes down below it. And now magazine release is in. You may have to press on the safety to get it to lock into its groove in there, but that's all back together. So now I prefer to start with the sear spring in its little groove in the trigger, and take the trigger spring here. You got to get the trigger through first and get that trigger spring in. And now you're kind of pressing in this direction and down at the same time, because that trigger spring needs to go into this little area. And now while I moved it, I pushed the sear spring out. All right, so take your guide again and line up the hole with that trigger in the trigger housing, and you're just going to use that to hold it in place while we get the sear in. Taking the sear, you're going to put it down in here and push back towards the back of the housing, trying to find the hole and line it up. Using this guide is kind of nice because it holds everything in place, and to get the retaining pin back in, all you got to do is push it straight in, and it just pushes the guide right back out. Grab your hammer, put the hammer down, get the retaining pin in, and you're going to need it in the fire position so that you can pull forward on the hammer so that it actually resets in the sear, and decock that so that you can take your hammer guide and spring and put it back into place. So this might take more than one try. You've got to get it so the guide can actually make it through the little hole here. And just take this guide and pull it back to the rear and lock it into place in the bottom portion of this hammer. There's a little cutout in here. And now you can take your guide, stick it back in this spring, cock the hammer, put your trigger group back in, the retaining pin goes back in, take your operating rod. You're going to have to start with this side up and get it into this groove here. And now match it up on this side just like it was earlier. And at this point you can either wait or do it. It doesn't matter the order. You're going to take your hammer or your bolt, put that back in place. You can lock that forward, lock it back into the groove. You're just going to be pressing in on it so that it locks back in here. Take your spring and guide, press it back in, lock it in with the operating rod, put your whole assembly back in. Just make sure that your barrel band's out of the way. Front grip, and pushing that barrel band back in to lock the whole thing in place. So here you're going to want to do kind of a function check to make sure the safety works and everything. So put the safety on, pull the trigger, make sure nothing happens, put it in fire, pull the trigger, it fires. It's good to go. That was the disassembly and reassembly of an M1 Carbine. If you like videos like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.